Hi there, Sandra here from createinspain. Today I'm going to show you how to turn these little pieces of acetate into really nice, pretty embellishments. You will need either some UV gel or some nail gel. Now this happens to be craft UV gel in here. I've just decanted it into a nice easy bottle to use. But if you don't have craft gel, normal UV nail gel will do the trick. You just want a top coat. And if you don't have that, you can actually paint them with acrylic paint, and colour choice obviously is probably a lot greater. But I want to show you how delicate you can get with these and a little bit of nail gel. So you want to wipe off most of the gel off the brush if you've got it in a brush container. If not, just put a little bit on your palette and work from that with a brush, because you literally want just the lightest coating on here. You don't want a thick coating at all. Now that's going to go under a UV lamp. I'll pop it under for a minute, that will probably do the job for me. Now the next thing you're going to want is a nail plate. These are used by nail enthusiasts to do designs on their nails. Would you believe? Fancy that. But you can use them in your crafting. Now this particular brand that I've got is Born Pretty. You can use any brand you like. Now these designs happen to be round, which is quite convenient for these, but you can get plates that have got much bigger areas of design that you don't have demarcation lines on them at all. I have a selection of different powders to use on this because it's easier to use a powder than it is to use a nail polish or a paint, in that it doesn't need as much cleanup. I've got a nail stamper here, and I must get around to putting something in the base of it because it doesn't tend to stay in place. It tends to sink into itself. Just going to rub it into the design that I've chosen. Now you probably won't be able to see it a great deal, and I just went over it with my finger to get excess off. But when I tap on here with my stamper, or press I should say, rather than tap, just wiggle it around a bit, and you can probably see the design which is on there. Now because the design is actually bigger than the heart in the first place, one of the things that you can do is pick up your little piece of acetate and you can position it on there from that side. Normally what you do is you just press down on it like that, but when you want to line up properly, and because this is transparent and not easily seen, it is easier to do it by putting the heart on top, and then you have a very delicately patterned designed heart. I've got a bit of pattern missing there, but that's simply the way that I did it. I obviously didn't press down hard enough in some area. Now to get your powder off of here, gosh, look at my finger. I have to wash my hands in a minute. You simply tap it onto something sticky like this, and the powder will come off. I'm going to go wash my hands. For the next one, I'm going to use this Revolution Strobe highlighter. Now you may not see it very well on one of these clear hearts, but if I'd painted it black beforehand, it would show up amazingly well. I'm going to do it with the brush this time, and I advise a flat brush rather than the round one because you'll put less powder everywhere else. And again, you want to make sure that the powder is in that design well and truly. Now this is quite difficult to see on here, so it'll look invisible anyway. Nail stamper, and pick the design up, and yes, the design is on there. Quite difficult to see, it is true. And I'm going to take my next heart and make sure to put it sticky side down on top of my design. And there we are, we have a design. And the last one I'm going to do with this stuff, which is Essence Metal Shock. Now, it's designed for doing chrome nails. And if you have a black polish on your nail of the right type and you rub this over, you will get a solid chrome look. But it is absolutely gorgeous for doing things like this. So I'm just going to show you what it looks like on the tip of my finger. That is amazing stuff. Pick that one up. And you can probably see that. Again, put it on from the top so that it's, whoops, so it's where I want it. I made a slight error there. Didn't place it very well. Never mind. Never mind. Give it a good press. And I get some nice design. And because I didn't get the edges covered, I'm just going to press it onto some of the powder just so it gets some sparkle on the edges. There we go. They're very, very pretty. And what you want to do is to go over the top of them with some more of the gel if you want them raised. If you don't want them raised, just pop them back under the lamp to completely set them. If you want them raised, you can raise them just by adding more gel. And put my lamp over the top. Here we have the finished hearts that I did, and I've put them on a piece of black card so that you can see them a little more easily. Now, if you're wondering how to apply gels without getting things stuck in brushes, I suggest that you invest in some silicone tools like this because it does make it a lot easier. These are actually meant for dealing with oils and heavy-duty acrylics. They're very handy for doing things with gel because of the silicone tip. So that's it for that little tip today. Hope you've enjoyed it, and I hope you enjoy making some very pretty embellishments. Thanks for watching. Take care now.